If you were gonna die next week and you knew it, what would you spend the most time doing? A lot of people have different answers to what's the most important thing in their life, right? Some people say life to make as much money as possible. Some would say to spend as much time with your family. Some would say to follow your passions. Some would say to be remembered. Some would say, who knows, right? There's so many things that are important to every individual person, right? And some people put certain things right at the top, right, as the most important. For me personally, they're all lies. All of those things are lies. Because I think the most important thing in life is to be balanced, right? To be balanced with all of those things, right? Making sure that you do all these things fairly equally, right? Obviously, if something needs your attention and you need to put extra work into that one thing, then fair enough. But always try and keep that balance, right? And once that one comes back in line, then you can carry on doing everything, at the same pace. I used to think making money was the most important thing, right? And I would work and I would work and work and I'd burn myself out and I'd get all this money. And why would I want this money? Realistically, was to help loved ones or go out, do events with loved ones or whatnot. And I realized that I wasn't even spending time with them, right? So it was like running a bath, but not even having the bath. Like, what was I doing? I was filling up my sack of money, and I wasn't even spending it on the people. Like, for the reason I was trying to get this money, I didn't even use it for that reason. Stupid. Rubbish. And then there was a point in time where I thought spending as much time with your loved ones, was the best. So I'd spend as much time as I could with loved ones. And what ended up happening? Oh, I got no money. I've got no drive. I'm just chilling with the people I love. Cool. It's great and all, but I'm doing way too much and I'm not doing anything else, right? Bad option, right? Maybe it's to follow my passion. I've done that as well. Again, trying to help people through my passion and then realizing that I'm following my passion so much, I'm not even helping anyone. So what's the point in me, And so I've come to a conclusion that I'm at now where I honestly think the best way to live life is a balanced life, right? You can't have the sun without the rain, and that goes for everything in life, right? If you're going to make money for a reason, right, you want to be able to use it for that reason. You can't get too invested into that. And if you want to spend time with your loved ones because you want to make memories and things like that, you might want some money, to help you do some things. You don't need money to have memories, but you know what I mean? Maybe they want to go somewhere or have something or do what not. You might want to make some money, right? So it's a balance. I think everything is a balance. And I think if you don't have that, your world crumbles quite fast. I think a lot of people in this world, in my society and a few others, glorify the grind, right? The grind of getting money. And I think they all kind of miss the point because, there's only so much money that will make you happy. And after that, it's kind of just there. But societies like ours have brainwashed us into thinking that we need all of these things. We need to be rich. We need to buy all these things, right? I have so many things on my desk right now that are pointless. I don't need them, but I have them because I've been brainwashed to think that cups can't leave circles on my table, so I buy a CoStar. My house needs to smell like lavender, so I get this. And I don't know, my desk needs to look pretty, so I've got this, right? I've been brainwashed to think these things, right? And in reality, these are things that are greed, right? No matter how you put it, they are. Because you don't need them, and they're pretty pointless, if you're going to be honest. I think that's the biggest problem that I have in the society that I'm in. But there's so many different problems in all over the world for different reasons. reasons that I don't even know about. But I honestly feel that anything that you do in your life, if you can apply balance to it, it's probably going to be a lot better, because you get to do everything just a little, to the point where everything kind of starts to benefit each other. I used to think when I was working so much that focusing solely on one thing was the best. I thought if I split myself too much, I will lose focus and I won't do as good. But actually, I found that don't overwork yourself, but if you just split yourself between a certain amount of things, having fun, time with family, making money, working on your passion, working on a hobby, right? And you split yourself between these things. For me personally, it actually helped me with other things, right? I would go from one thing to the other and actually have an idea from this thing that I could actually use here. And I would appreciate certain things. I remember one time I was doing that, and I was working so hard that actually when I went to work, my actual work was when I felt relaxed. And that's when I realized, I was like, wow, I'm working too hard. Because when I go into my actual 9 to 5 job, that's when I feel relaxed. That was telling me that I was working way too much. Because when I'd go into work, I'd be like, oh, I could take a breather. No. Never again. Never again. That was, yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to tell you, like, again, balance, 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 balance. Anything you do, guys, anything you do, try and apply the rule of just balance. I know it sounds so just cliche or so vague, but honestly, if you find yourself doing too much of one thing, give it a break. Go do something else. You'll be alright. You'll probably do better when you come back to it, or you'll probably be better at it. Trust me. And it happens with everything. Sometimes you can accumulate yourself and making too much money. Sometimes you can spend too much time with a loved one that you get sick of them, they annoy you. Sometimes you spend too long in your hobby that you start messing up on things and you can't quite do it. Sometimes you've had so much fun playing games or going out that it doesn't feel too fun anymore. Take a break from it. Come back to it. Do something else, come back to it. Yeah? I think, if we're going to be honest, a lot of people ask, what's the point of life, right? What is the 42? We make our own point in life. But I don't think there needs to be one exact reason we're here. There can be a multitude, and I think that's what's beautiful about it. Because everyone's chasing other things, everyone's chasing different things, but we can all have a point to be here, why we're here, what we do. And that is amazing. Because you'll come across people in your life that have a different reason for being here, and they'll tell you about it. And it might open your eyes up to maybe swaying in that direction, or swaying away, who knows. But yeah, balance. See you guys later.